Chris just got me hooked up, a little 1842. He's gonna come around here and talk me through it. Look at this party, man. This is what I'm talking about. Chris!
Well, hello.
What is going on, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, my brother. What is going? Look at this place.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I feel like I've stepped back in time a little bit.
A little bit.
With the Edison lights.
Yeah.
All of the wood. What? How did this come to be, man? Who puts a brewery together like this? This is not what I expected when I heard one of a brewery or a brewing company.
Crazy people like us. Yeah, so a little bit of history of the place. So my family, my wife's family are Hatfields from West Virginia.
Whoa. Hold on. Yeah. Hatfield, like Hatfield McCoy's Hatfields.
Yeah, yep.
Your wife?
My wife, yeah.
Your wife's family is part of that.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Preacher Ernest Hatfield was her great-great-great-great-grandfather. He was the guy that started the whole pig trial. But anyway, so the reason that we really built this place like this is her grandfather was a coal miner in West Virginia back in the 40s and 50s. And so when we were thinking of a theme for this place, we're like, let's not do anything else like what anybody else is doing in Orlando.
Right.
Let's do a coal mining themed brewery. And a little bit crazy, but man, it's worked out for us because people come in here and they all have that same reaction of like, where are we? Because it's so unassuming from the outside. It's a warehouse.
Absolutely.
And you walk in here and you're like, I would have never expected this. So yeah, it works out well for us.
Well, you definitely nailed the theme.
Yeah, man.
That is for sure. I mean, what did it take to put this together? Because I know this is not what this place looked like years. I mean, I left Orlando in 2018. Mm-hmm. This did not look like this last time I was here.
No. When we took it over, it had been a welding shop for about 20 years. And then it was a transmission shop for about 8 months before we came in here. And it was a transmission shop. There was oil all over the floor, dirt all over, grime and all over the walls. So when we came in here, we came in and we saw it and we're like, this place is a mess. It's perfect.
It's a mess. I was going to say, you must have had, well, not must have, you definitely had to have a vision in order to take like an old transmission shop, oil everywhere, the place is a mess, to what it is now. I mean, who had the eye for this?
It's weird. There was 4 dudes putting this place together, and then we had, our wives. Our wives.
Okay, so the boys did the cleaning, the ladies had the vision.
Yeah, and we put together what they wanted to.
They put it on paper, you put in the elbow grease, and here we are. Man, well, collectively, you guys did an outstanding job, man.
Yeah. So
this
everything
looks beautiful.
Everything in here that is not electric or not our brewing system was hand built. So we built everything in here, the tables, the walls, right behind me, the bar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
It's like a labor of love in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I noticed, as I'm looking over here, there are like some old black and white photos you've got. I mean, first of all, I love the fireplace, the couches.
Yeah.
That just, I mean, how just inviting.
Absolutely.
Sit there, have a beer, have a conversation. But the black and white photos, that sort of plays into the theme as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So when I don't know if you've ever come here and you go over there, every one of the pictures on the wall is historically accurate. It is coal mining themed or some kind of movie that has something to do with the Old West. But all of them are Photoshopped.
They're Photoshopped.
They're Photoshopped, yeah.
Because from here, I was like, where did he get these photos? I thought you went to an auction or something.
No.
Or maybe, I don't know, your wife's great grandfather left them.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a couple pictures over there of the Hatfields, but for the most part, we've integrated either our staff or some regular customers over there. And we have a bunch more of them that we're putting up. But yeah, those are all take a close look at them.
I was gonna say I see some Old West photos there. Maybe is that Tombstone? I love Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone. Yeah, Tombstone. That was part of our 1883 glamour shots that we did that are sitting on the fireplace right now. So.
And what I love about that, and you've done kind of the same thing here, where you've taken sort of a historic aspect of something, but then you've weaved in the modern twist with it.
Absolutely.
So you've got the Edison lights, we've got a lot of wood, but it still feels modern while still harkening back to the theme that you're going for. Right. So I guess the photos kind of tie into that with, you know, you and the boys all up in coats with long guns. And
we can't do that realistically, you know, we could, but it would take a lot of effort. So, you know, Photoshop takes about 10 minutes.
That's
so,
fantastic.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, let's get to the beer, man. Let's talk about that, because from all the reviews that I've read and from what I've seen online, I mean, people love what you guys are putting out.
Absolutely, man.
What's the theme, or what do you guys do? What's the process for beer? Where's your mind at when it comes to putting together a list?
Something for everyone, right? I mean, when you walk in here, we have usually between 16 and 20 beers that we brew in-house. There's one thing that we don't brew, which is our cider at the moment.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Everything else that we have on tap is all of our beer. And we always want to appeal to a wide audience. So no matter what you like IPAs, New England IPAs, red ales, ambers, blondes, lagers, pilsners, all that stuff. We always have something for everyone.
You know what I think is really unique about that is you're right, is everybody has a different palate. Some people like the heavier, darker beers. Some people like, you know, the light crisp, maybe a little bit of fruit, but the fact that they're all yours.
Yeah, 100%.
Because listen, there would be no problem whatsoever if you come in and you've got maybe some of the labels that people are used to finding everywhere.
Sure.
Because everybody has that different palate and people like different things.
Yep.
So you're doing all of these yourself. So this variety that we see on the wall, other than the cider, they're all RockPit.
Absolutely. Yep. And this guy back here brews it all.
He brews all of it?
Yes, he does.
Do you get to taste test, I would imagine?
A little bit. Sometimes a little too much, but either way.
So I'm a good taste tester, I will tell you that. One thing that I'll be very straightforward, I don't know a lot about the process when it comes to brewing. Very good at tasting. Don't know much about the process, but I mean, I can see it's all done. When you say it's done in-house, like you can sit here at a table and watch it being done.
Absolutely. And
so
we're watching them right now.
Yeah, brother's back there right now. If you don't mind, I would love to take a look back here and
absolutely
see what's going on and have you talk me through that process. So a little bit later when I sip one of those beers, I have a little more respect and a little more knowledge for what it is that I'm tasting.
You will see the whole process and appreciate what it took to get that in your glass.
Oh, baby. This is a first for me. Let's go. So we're in the thick of it now, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if we are behind the scenes of a brewery or Willy Wonka's lab. What are we looking at?
A little bit of both. So this is where all the magic happens. When you drink a beer, it comes from one of these tanks right here. There are fermenters. And a quick and easy process overview is obviously all beers, water, hops, grain, and yeast. So we take that, put it in this kettle right behind you here, and we'll show that here in a second.
Yeah.
And so he ends up mashing the grain, get some sugar out of there. He boils it for a bit, cools it down, puts it into one of these fermenters, pitches the yeast, and the yeast does its magic and creates alcohol. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, we have a beer that we put on tap.
It's just, I mean, that sounds very simple, but as you can see, not that simple.
Yeah.
And we're going to introduce you to Cody here shortly, but brother's back there right now. Looks like he's got an oar inside the vat. He's just stirring over there.
Yes, he is.
He's going nuts.
He is.
And so how often are you doing that? How often, are you brewing the beer? How often are we filling the fermenters?
Yeah, so 3 to 4 times a week we brew and we churn through beer here like crazy.
Yeah.
So we are in a constant cycle of brewing. So there's not really a day of rest during the week. We're always doing something, whether it's making the beer, kegging the beer, putting stuff into the beer, like our guava beer. We added a bunch of guava to that.
Guava beer.
Oh yeah. You're gonna
baby,
like that one.
Let's go. Especially in Florida, you know what I mean?
That's right. So there's no rest for the weary here.
And because I know we mentioned earlier, you're doing all of your own beers on tap here. I mean, how many different beers do you even make? I mean, you make a lot.
Oh yeah, so we just passed our, I believe, 400th batch of beer. So we've brewed, some of those are repeats, but we brew a lot of unique beer. So we have, at any given time, we have 5 beers that are the same. All the rest are different beers that we...
That's what I'm saying. Like you have so many different types of beer on tap over there.
Yeah.
So in each day, do you have to stick to, like if you're the guava, for example, you're making the guava beer. So if Cody's back there and he stirred everything up, in one day, can you do different types of beer? Could you do a guava and a lager in one day?
Sure.
How does that?
You could, but it takes all day to brew one beer. So, and so that process takes about 8 hours, and then when it sits inside of here, it takes 2 to 3 weeks. Well, sometimes a lager may take 6 weeks, but it takes.
But the daily process, that's.
Yeah, it is labor intensive.
So you know what? Football Saturday and Sunday, when you're sitting at the bar at a craft brewery, where they're doing it like this, take a little more time to really savor that beer when you take that sip. Well, I'd love to meet Cody, man, and let's see how this works.
Let's do it.
Step up here, Cody.
Hey,
brother. You're rowing us to shore here, my guy. Well, what's this process? What's going on?
So this is the mash right now. Essentially, we just heat up our water, throw in some salts, throw in your grain. It'll be mashed for about 65 minutes. After that, we're about to go to our mash rest, which we raise it up to 168 degrees. Let it rest there for about 10 minutes, and we'll water out. So right now, you're seeing the process of us mixing everything up as it heats up, just to get a uniform temperature inside the mash.
And as we look inside here, I mean, I can see the grain as you stir it. I can see that coming up. So for each different batch of beer that you do, obviously, are there different grains?
Yep. There's a plethora of grains. There's a plethora of ways to put them together.
And is that you? Do you choose how to do that?
Yeah, it's a lot of creativity. Just kind of pulling things from research and just trying to figure out what works best. We have it kind of lucky since we're on a smaller scale that we can kind of, experiment a little bit more than most people, just because if we lose something, we're not losing a lot of it. So,
right.
Yeah. And we also have a 1 barrel over there. It's the same exact setup, just on a smaller scale. So,
okay. So you got a smaller scale one over there. For you as a I guess a master brewer, if you will, do you get to play Willy Wonka over there? And do you get creative and have ideas? Maybe you're sleeping, you wake up and say, man, if I took this grain and then this grain and we heated it to this and then let it cool to this, we might get this flavor. Is that part of the process for you?
Absolutely,
is that part of the fun?
Yeah. Yep, that's constantly running through my mind at all times. Just, I'll be walking through a supermarket and for instance, we made a beer not too long ago. It was an orange coconut cream ale with vanilla.
Oh,
and I was walking through the supermarket.
Fantastic.
We found some popsicles from, I think, Target or something like that. Tried them, and it was really interesting because they weren't dairy. They had coconut milk in them. And we tried it, and I'm like, damn, that's really good. And we made a beer out of it. So it's that simple, and it's also like trial and error, seeing which things work together, which things don't. So
well, okay. Maybe the simple, quote unquote, simple part might be you see something at a store or you taste something and you get inspired. Yeah. The inspiration could be simple. Execution, on the other hand, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's a whole different ballgame. So, okay, let's use that as our example for just a second. The orange creamsicle coconut. So you see that, right? You get inspired. You're thinking, okay, how could we make a beer out of that? After that, where do you go to get grains or flavoring that's going to taste like orange coconut creamsicle? From there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm getting at? Again, I'm a lay person. I don't know how this works, but you're obviously using, grain for this. Where do you go for an orange creamsicle coconut beer, at that point?
So we have, past beers that we brew that we can take things from here and there and see what's worked in the past. Other than that, it's just a lot of research, just, seeing what works, what doesn't. And then just putting things together. So you have your grains, you have different profiles from your grains, different flavors, same with your hops. And then obviously on the cold side, adding like our toast coconut that we do it ourselves.
Oh,
do some vanilla beans that we split, and then we do a little bit of orange puree, and that's about it. Yeah.
And I guess for those of us that enjoy beer but have never been behind the scenes, I guess I never really thought about that or understood that no, you're using vanilla bean, you are using orange peel or toasted coconut that you're toasting yourself. So it's not just grain. Grain might be the foundation of it, but when it's time to really impart the flavor that you guys want to impart to come out of those taps up there, that's where the creativity comes into play.
Yep. It's honestly, to me, it's the same as being a chef. Like you have your base things that you're gonna cook, right? Like whether it be chicken, rice, vegetables, whatever. And then you can start playing around with the different flavors from them. You can get different things out of them. So
see, now at America's Best Restaurants, that's something we understand. You start talking about seasoning things, and you're right. Rice, chicken, things of that nature. Everybody obviously, you can get chicken anywhere. But the flavoring, the seasoning. Okay, I know we've got some big things coming up. You've got some like real action coming in just a second.
Yep.
I do want to ask you this. Is there anything on tap that you are incredibly proud of that you guys created here that was just unique? One of those experiments that just worked out, aha, light bulb moment that now you're proud of?
I would say, I think it's still on draft, but actually one of our brewers that works here moved up to Chicago, works at a brewery called Old Irving, and him and I collabed on a beer called I Think You Should Leave, named after a Netflix show. Also just kind of funny when people come up and we're like, hey, can I get the I Think You Should Leave? And I'm like, I think you should leave, actually. Anyways. But no, that one's really cool. We kind of collabed on that whole process with ingredients, malts, and hops, and just meeting of the minds type thing, and it came out really, really well. People really enjoy it, so
that's
including me.
And I have to imagine as a master brewer, knowing now the work that you put into that, tasting that, enjoying it, and then watching other people enjoy it, that had to be satisfying.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's cool to look out there while I'm brewing and see different people trying beers, and people coming up to me like, hey man, this is really good. It's definitely some reassurance in the job for sure.
That's great.
Like I love it. I can do it all day myself, and I'll like it, but hearing that's just the cherry on top.
Absolutely. I'm gonna let you handle this.
Yes, sir.
I know you've got something. The temperature's about to rise up to what, 168?
168.
And then some real magic happens. I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna let you do your work, man. But thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Well, listen, brother, thanks for a lesson today. I had no idea what went into every glass of beer that I have when I'm sitting at a bar, and you probably didn't either, but now you better appreciate it. What's this place like when it's busy, though? Because I love the look, I love the layout, but what's the vibe like in here normally?
A lot of energy, a lot of energy. In fact, tonight, every Friday night, we have live music. We have this great country artist named Sean Holcomb, really well known around here, won Country Artist of the Year 4 years in a row now. He'll be here tonight. We actually have Alex's Fresh Kitchen. They're doing a pop-up here tonight, so it's so much fun here. A lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of beer being drank.
I heard that you say one word, and that is tonight.
Tonight.
So what you're telling me is we need to come back a little bit later.
Oh, absolutely.
Brother, I'm gonna let you guys get set up. Thank you for the lesson, bro.
Yeah, man.
And thank Cody for us. And you know what? We're gonna see you after this because we're gonna go relax. We're gonna let these guys get set up. Let's get ready for Friday night at RockPit, baby.
Right on.
Alley, brother.
I'm gonna come over there.
Yeah, come on out.
Hold on.
Should I wait for you? It's called 18 what? 1842, baby. Chris just got me hooked up, little 1842. He's gonna come around here and talk me through it. Look at this party, man. This is what I'm talking about. Hey, brother, a little bit different in here tonight than it was. We came here earlier, just looking around. This is a lot different.
Yeah. We like to have fun here at RockPit and get live music, and we get a lot of really good people here drinking beer and eating food. So
I didn't know what to expect when we came in, man, but this is the kind of place I love to hang out in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what do we got here? What are we drinking?
This is Old 1842. This is a authentic German Pilsner. We always have a good Pilsner on what's called our side pull tap.
All right.
It's made in Czechoslovakia. Good Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can swear.
we'll bleep it out.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out. But either way,
We can bleep it.
this is a really, really nice, crisp, good Pilsner.
Cheers, my brother.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers to you.
There you go. Big fan, brother.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
Let's go, Daddy. All right, now in addition to the exclusive menu at Cecil's that RockPit has, he also brings some of the best chefs in the city for pop-ups. You can grab some great food from different chefs all over Orlando here at RockPit. Now, it just so happens that tonight, one of a good friend of America's Best Restaurants is here, Alex from Alex's Fresh Kitchen. I'm gonna go say hi to my guy. Alex, what's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
Dude, incredible that you happen to be here tonight when we're at RockPit. And you've seen Alex before. If you watch America's Best Restaurants, we've been to his kitchen, and it's great that you're here tonight, man. What are you serving up? When I saw you were here, I was like, I got to get something for my guy.
We're doing smash burgers, fried chicken, grilled chicken, tater tots. We sold out of mac and cheese, so I can't show you that. But I can show you what I'm doing over here. Smash burger,
brother,
bacon jam, caramelized onions,
serve
double
it
patty.
Up. I am ready, my guy.
Come check it out. Get that smash action in there. 6-ounce patty. Some cheddar cheese. Boom. A little of that. Got the little sit right here. Some pickles, some bacon jam, grilled onions, spicy aioli, garlic aioli, brioche bun. Double patty. And that is our smash burger that we do on the go when we do these pop-ups.
Oh,
enjoy
baby.
that.
Wait, that's a smash burger?
That's a smash burger.
Look at the size of this, man. That's not a smash burger, but I'll take it.
And then,
man, it is a party here at RockPit.
Then I have my daughter's Gabby's Slammin' Sauce.
Oh, man. I'll take it.
All right.
Hey, let me ask you, where else in town in Orlando are you going to get craft brew made in-house, but not only that, somebody bringing in some of the best chefs in the city so you get great beer and also some of the best food, the greatest food you are going to find in Orlando. That's a RockPit, man. Alex, I can't believe you're here tonight, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming by.
I know they call it the smash burger because I'm about to smash
it
this.
down.
Talking about Sean Holcomb on the guitar, some great food from Cecil's, Alex's Fresh Kitchen. The next time you find yourself in Orlando, head to south of downtown, have a brew and some good food and a good time at RockPit Brewing. I'm Greg Hudson. We'll see you next time on America's Best Restaurants.